What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you some tips and a little bit of a strategy when buying some items from high ticket auctions such as the PWCC auctions. These auctions usually are ran like once a month, get a lot of publicity and a lot of eyeballs on them, so prices can kind of go a little bit higher than they normally would. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to not fall for the traps of paying overpriced for certain items. On the other side, I'm going to teach you some strategies on how to find some items that are undervalued and getting good deals from these auctions. I kind of use this strategy when just buying normally on eBay, but I'm going to kind of walk through the PWCC auction that is ending in about 3 hours, and we're going to go over a couple things. So normally when I buy cards and just on a personal, level, like I don't like to pay more than $1,000. I just don't have that type of budget. So I tend to look for cards that are under $1,000, a couple hundred each, and buy a couple of them. So they usually have it grouped by like sets. So obviously base set, first edition is they're starting off with, and I am not spending $250,000 on a card. So we're gonna kind of scroll through the list a little bit, get to some lower priced items. Let's see if anything kind of stands out to me that I'd be interested in. I think I looked through this earlier and saw some items that I was interested in. They're probably in my eBay wish list, but I'm not going to go through it right now, or my watch list. Let's go over this item. So a fossil first edition Zapdos. That's kind of a cool card. 25 shipping, definitely makes it a little bit higher. So what you do is you search for the card. So it's a Zapdos fossil, and we are looking for the number 15 card and first edition. So this is a PSA 10, and we can kind of see that the price is kind of fluctuating. It's scaling between $1,000 and almost $2,500 in the past month or two, but a most recent sale of $770. So just to kind of confirm if this sale was legit or not, we can kind of click on the link. Looks like it was 45 bids, good seller. So yeah, the last sale of this card was $770. So it's already at $600 with 3 hours left. It's definitely going for over $700. I'm not getting any deal there. It's gonna go for over $700. So I'm gonna keep looking for something else that intrigues me. I really like Gengar. He's kind of one of my favorite Pokemon, but it's not a holo. So, I mean, I have many non-holo cards, but I'm just kind of sorting through here, seeing if I can find something else cool. Is this the same card? No, this is the non-holo one. Let's see, anything interesting. There's so many cards for sale at this auction. It might take some time to scroll through and find something that catches my eye. Yeah, I mean, pretty much any first edition kind of base set type of card is gonna go for thousands of dollars. So we are in the PSA 10. So I would like to look for some PSA 9s. All right, so let's take a look at this card. We got a Alakazam Shadowless PSA 9. If I take a look at that. So it's a PSA 9. We'll drop down to PSA 9, and we can see 1,500, 900, 1,500. So, basically 1,400 is the last PSA 9 sale. A couple others in that area, but it's only at $450. So if you can get that for under $1,000, I think that would be a great deal. So right there, this is a card I would be watching when the auction hits. If we can kind of scroll through, find something else. Let's see what we got. So Mewtwo, let's see what the Mewtwo's are going for at PSA 9. Shadowless. Recent 10 sale was 5,000. So the Mewtwo's are kind of fluctuating a little bit between 1,000 and 2,000, but the most recent was 1,200. And again, it's only at $500, but you know, 3 hours left. That's a lot of time. But if I was interested in this card, I would probably put it on my watch list and make sure if I can, you know, get it for, you know, under 1,200, then good deal, I think. Let's try and find something else. Let's take a look at some 8s, right? You know, Shadowless Venusaur in an 8. Let's see what that looks like. So in an 8, kind of steady. October was really hot. I mean, honestly, guys, October was peak market. Dropped down to 700. It's been climbing back up to about $1,000. What are we at? We're at 700. So, you know, if I can get that for $850, I'd consider that a great deal. What other cool cards? You know, I find these starters really interesting. I've been seeing a lot of interesting prices. So let's see, Squirtle. Actually, that's gonna return way too much. Squirtle base, Shadowless. So this one right here in a 10 is at $500 right now, and like, look at that. So it's kind of going down in price. Was at 1,200. Last sale was 570. So yeah, I mean, that's not a good deal. It's gonna sell for over 570 for sure. Let's take a look at the 9. The 9, again, kind of fluctuating right here, but still the same trajectory, going down. Most recent sale of 150. We're at 130. Definitely not going to get a good deal on that, so I'm going to pass. And you know, this is kind of just the methodology that I like to do when scrolling through items, especially PWCC auctions. I like to kind of look for cards that catch my eye, that I think are cool, that I'd like to have. I then cross-reference them with Pokéfolio and like to visually look at this pricing data. Is this card going down in price? Is it going up in price? You know, I use all of these metrics to help me make my buying decision. And that's kind of the flow of using eBay for auctions and using Pokéfolio for buying data to come to a decision of should you buy this card or not. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you guys can go and snag some deals at this auction, but just use this methodology for buying in general. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe and check out our other Pokemon pricing content.